Hey everyone, Luke Dog here, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. We have just entered the Deep Roads in search of the Paragon Branka, and her husband Aedan has decided to join us. I just realized I still have an injury. Cracked skull. Ouch.
We have much to do.
Of course, so let's get to it. Nothing here. Okay, gotta go around. Huh. Lava flows. Natural lighting. Shale, can you try and keep it down? They're trying to be stealthy. We don't know what's down here. Except for Darkspawn.
Very well.
Go for the emissary.
Excuse me while I do my happy dance.
So what's next then? That's where he came from. Anything over here? Life Stone. Hey, Aedan, do you know anything about this?
Stop wasting time, Warden. I'm not here to chat.
Sorry. Just wanted to know if you had any input on the place we were at.
Too slow.
Come here. And stun. Stab, stab, stab.
Come, let us end this. I shall do it.
Nice one, guys. Nice punch, Shale. Okay, let's collect the spoils. Oh, poultice. That's always nice. Flat black stone with a glowing silver rune carved into it. Alistair?
Is that for me? Really? Wow! Wow!
I'm to keep this, am I? Fine.
Darn it! What updated? Alistair was a novice Templar when Duncan recruited him into the Grey Wardens, or rescued him, as Alistair would say. His mother was a serving girl who died when Alistair was very young. He was raised by Eamon Gwynn, Earl of Redcliffe, for a time. The Earl's wife, Isolde, suspected the reason her husband took an interest in the welfare of a servant's child was that Alistair was Eamon's son. She insisted that the boy be sent away to the Chantry. Alistair is fascinated by magic, even as his life is defined by fighting its darker manifestations. He has a fondness for strange rune stones and figural studies of arcane creatures. Have ours ages
Task
still.
is finished.
Loot the body, sell the junk. Now then, which way do you want to go? See what's down this way. Does this just lead right to this, back to the same thing? There's a lot of people in there. Let's go back and check the other ones first.
More darkspawn. Disgusting.
Okay then. Shield! You triggered the trap. Don't trigger the trap. I'll go after the emissary.
Down go!
Good work, guys. Frost stock. Okay, this leads off.
I shall do
Deepstalker. A fool trusts his eyes. A wise man fears every rock is a deepstalker. Possibly the strangest of all the creatures found in the deep roads is the deepstalker. Tezpidam, as the dwarves call them, hunt in packs, generally by burrowing underground and then striking when their prey is in their midst. Stalkers come in several types. Spitters have venom glands and can spit secretions that slow or injure their prey. Jumpers hurl themselves at their targets, knocking them down and making the kill easier. The most common variety scares its prey, leaving the unfortunate victim helpless against the rest of the pack.
It is begun. Damn you! It's begun.
Okay then. Well, this is leading off somewhere. Let's head back. Unless these all just converge at some point, but still. Just want to check to be sure. Deep mushroom. Put it in the soup. Make it nice and tasty. The ritual was very specific, as such things probably should be. Torso, head, and limbs spread amongst the deep roads to prevent the creature from returning. Looks like they died during the cutting, but we can fight in their stead. I'm not familiar with elven ritual. Why would I be? but it seems pretty straightforward. Shaper Axis. Never even saw the thing. Bet a sword would take care of it. Sawed it, and this bag of legs. Let's go check this place where all the people were. Hello?
It shall be done.
Just keep mowing them down, and I have an arrow in my side.
It's begun.
Ah!
And stay down.
Go on, Alistair. Loot the body, sell the junk. Now this splits off. Jeez. Just a big maze down here. Okay, that leads on. Let's check this dead end. Lyrium dust. And this leads... somewhere... Screw it, let's go on.
They'll avoid us if they know what's good for them.
Obviously, they won't.
If we're to fight, then have to respect.
Good work, guys. Lifestone. Where do you lead?
Don't
We're really going... Okay.
look now, but... Well, look now.
Come here.
Very well.
Come here.
Blast!
Nice one, Shale. Okay, I'm going to go back and check those other hallways because I think we're going way off. Might be continuing. I don't know. Just think this is only a small part of the highway. See what's down here. Enemies, of course.
Very well. It's begun.
Margaret wins again.
That was easy. Go get him, guys. This just connects. Or it's a dead end. This way.
Does every creature have a death wish?
Oh, it's a lot of deepstalkers. Hey, level up!
Worse.
What now? It is over.
Okay, level up. Finally do something with Duelist. Okay, that's all done. So now, let's go all the way back and find out where those two paths lead. Go through the big one and then up. Wait, we can't go this way. Dang it! Gotta take the long way around. Just wandering through the tunnels. Yep, up here. Shale and a constant pounding. Alright then. See where this goes. Blub blub goes the lava. Another big area. How do you get past this? Oh, okay. Just checking. Anything here? Bring it for someone else. What else do we got?
Very well.
Some dead deepstalkers.
Finished.
Excuse me, guys. Here, Alistair. New boots.
I am done.
Excuse me. Ooh, I'm full up. Time to get rid of some stuff. Wait. Oh, you have the harp. Dude. Here, Ogren, have some drinks.
My ancestors, this is a wonderful gift. By my ancestors, this is a wonderful gift. That looks fine indeed. That looks fine indeed.
There. Got some stuff taken care of. There. Dang it. I'm not saying I should be your first pick for a dance partner at the inaugural ball, but in the deep roads, I'm your man. Ogren of House Condrad was once a promising member of the warrior caste. His house was not especially high-ranked, but many of its members, Ogren included, had won notable victories in the proofs and were considered to be rising to prestige. When a Smith caste family with plenty of money but no political connections offered their daughter in marriage, his family accepted the match, and then everything changed. His wife Branka was named a paragon for her achievements. All of House Condrad joined her newly made noble House Branka and vanished with her into the deep roads. As time passed and it became more and more clear that Ogren had been abandoned, he became the butt of jokes throughout Orzammar. He took to drink, which didn't especially help. Drunk and humiliated, he challenged another warrior to proving over an insult and killed him. The match was meant to be fought to first blood. As a punishment, he was stripped of his house and barred from bearing arms, the only fate worse for a warrior than exile. Aedan enjoys challenging his palate with alcohols of ever-increasing rarity, potency, and outright lethality. This has afforded him no benefit whatsoever. In other words, Aedan likes to drink. Oh, this just connects over here then.
What? Now.
So with that out of the way, we just gotta go all the way up there. Okay. I think I'm just deciding to take the long way around. Here we go. Let's finally see what's down here. Can't go this way. So, where are we supposed to go then? Oh, is there another path over here? I think there's another path way at the beginning. Oh, wait. Can't go there. No, we can't go that way. Never mind. Here we go. We can't go this way. There's gotta be something here. Or is there seriously nothing? Was this all just side stuff? I think that might have just been side stuff. So I gotta go back to Orzammar and then down to Caridan's Cross.
Caridan's Cross.
I can't believe Harrowmont actually tracked this place down. This used to be one of the biggest crossroads in the old Empire. You could get anywhere from here, including Orton Tig.
So you know where to go from here?
Aye. Branka dug up some maps of the ancient empire. It's a little tough to tell with so much of it collapsed now, but near as I can figure, we're on the right path to Orton Tig.
See any sign of Branka yet?
Not a one. But trust me, we will once we're on the path to the old Orton Tig. She was going to Caridan's home.
What's so important about Orton Tig?
It's the home of Caridan, the paragon who made the anvil. He was an Orton before he founded his own house, and even then, he spent most of his time in their Tig. Branka figured it was the best guess for where the anvil was located.
Do you know anything else about the anvil?
No one but Caridan ever really knew more than it had some kind of stone-blessed power. Every golem who ever ranged across the Empire was hammered on the steel of that anvil, but no one ever knew exactly how they were made. But Branka was sure she could find out.
Let's go.
I've been waiting for someone to say that for 2 sodding years.
Okay then. Translation of this plaque reads, "Stand forever. Guard the..." Saving content message, please move. Stand forever, guard the path, darkness grows, yet we hold.
As you say.
Darkest path is filled with sorrows, yet I will stand the test.
Well, look what we have here. A couple of Harrowmont's little lackeys. Let's show them who's king.
Are you serious?
Something else.
Shall be done. Now you fall. It's begun. Very well. As you say. By the Maker!
Seriously, Balin, even down here? Man, this guy just doesn't quit.
So, do golems know any good jokes?
I know at least one. It is a drunken dwarf that travels with the Grey Warden, constantly belching and...
Ah, I mean a real one. You must have overheard at least 1 or 2 standing there as you did for years and years.
There was a human man who once started telling a joke to another as he relieved himself on my leg. I confess I didn't listen. I was too busy planning my revenge.
Eh? And what happened to him?
He disappeared during the fighting in Honleith. Tragic. Hit his head on a rock, I think.
Remind me not to fart anywhere near you.
Huh. It's blocked off up here. That's a path. See where this one goes. Deep mushroom. We got company.
Begun. As you say. Don't give them
the advantage! It is begun.
Okay, it's official. This is gonna be my heavy hitter squad. That's what we're calling ourselves. The heavy hitters. Big bridge over there. Don't spring the trap. Don't spring the trap. You're lucky, Yagrin.
No quarter shall be given. It shall be done.
I'm gonna beat you. Okay, never mind. Shale beat me. Ow, 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 ow.
Say your prayers.
You guys got it.
It is over.
The smell of those buggers gets into your knickers.
What? Oh, guy on the bridge. Come on.
Very well.
Let me pick up my stuff.
Finished.
Almost full up again. Letter from Paragon Aedan to his wife. My dear Annika, I would not worry about the assembly. Let the nobles sit together and argue over whose house owns the grandest tide. It keeps them from panicking, which they would surely do otherwise, and prevents them from making a greater nuisance of themselves. War is the business of warriors. I would say that the enemy's strategy seems to be changing, but they never appeared to have a strategy before, beyond destroying everything in their path. For weeks their numbers appeared to be dwindling. There was talk that perhaps we were getting close to wiping them out. We could not have been more wrong. For today we came upon the body of their main force. I cannot give words to it, Annika. I have never before seen so much death in one place. There were darkspawn beyond counting, and at the heart of the throng a great beast, as tall as the palace of Orzammar, with breath of fire. A paragon of darkspawn, perhaps, for they seemed to pay it deference. They were leaving, marching toward the main shafts which lead to the surface, but I knew when I beheld them that once they could have devoured what lies above us, they will be back. From the letters of Paragon Aedan. That must have been some sight. So yeah, we can cross over here.
Look there, a cunning trap. It's a trap. Look there, a cunning trap.
What are you guys doing?
I shall do it.
Where did you come from?
As you say.
Ooh, that guy just got pummeled.
It has begun.
Okay, think we're good. You guys can go take care of the other ones. Just let me loot. Thank you.
Very well.
What the heck are you?
As you say. Shall be done. Very well.
Scholars call these tall, lean darkspawn the Sharlock, though they are more popularly known as Shrieks because of the ear-splitting cries they emit in battle. Many tales exist of soldiers being unnerved by the sounds of approaching shrieks, cloaked in darkness and never seen until the moment they strike. As horrors of the night, shrieks are renowned for their incredible speed and agility, as well as their stealth. They are the assassins of the darkspawn, penetrating the enemy lines and striking their targets using long, jagged blades attached to their forearms to rip their opponents to shreds in seconds. They've been known to employ poison, often drawn from their own blood, and have demonstrated cunning group tactics when attacking in numbers. It's just something you get used to, Shale. Come on, you. Go get him, guys. Ooh, there's an ogre. Big guy coming in.
It has begun.
And of course, Aedan charges into the fray.
No quarter shall be given.
Aw, no kill animation. Phooey. Good work, guys. The body just disappears. Okay then. See what's over this way. Nothing.
The task is finished. is over.
Crosscut drifters. Rogan cut a beautiful line down a minor vein today, twisting his supports along the footwall like a backbone. He's got a gift for lagging. It's almost crystalline. I swear I could tap it and hear the stone saying non-standard by any inspector's measure, but that's the starting point, isn't it? We're letting the stone take us where she wants, not gouging out highways so the palace can have another pantry. I suspect they will revoke our privileges at the next assembly sitting. I say good luck to them. They'll never find us to deliver the writ. They are afraid of the road we travel. We're close to a major strike. The stone. She's pulling us to something. Into the vents if I'll let dwarves who deny their senses get in the way of it. From the Journal of Brunar, founding fellow crosscut drifters. Okay, let's see what's down this way. Back to the highway. The memories tell us that our kingdom once reached far beneath the mountains, and that the tides were almost beyond counting. Kal-Sharak was the capital then, home to all the noble houses, and Orzammar was simply the home of the miner and smith castes. It was with the Tevinter Imperium that things changed. Paragon Garel moved the seat of power to Orzammar to more closely oversee the trade that began with the surface. It seemed that our people were entering a new age of prosperity. The memories hold no explanation for the coming of the Darkspawn, only questions. At first they were rumors, noises in the deep roads, a lost traveler here and there. The warrior caste sent men to patrol the road, and thought the matter settled. We did not know that while we searched for them, they were engaged in a search of their own. Sleeping deep in the stone itself was the archdemon. They found him and awakened him, and the blight began. The Darkspawn poured out of the deep roads like smoke then, and the warrior caste struggled to hold them back. Countless tigers were lost in the first blight. But as ever, in the worst moments of our need, a paragon arose. Paragon Aedan led the defenses of Orzammar, and the Dark Horde was beaten back. The cost of victory, however, was great. Much of the deep roads were sealed to hold back the Darkspawn, cutting off tigers and even whole cities forever. Orzammar is a kingdom, as told by the Shaper Zibor. We can no longer tolerate your flagrant dart of this assembly and published excavation doctrine. The actions of your team have potentially compromised 2 future projects, resulting in an expensive redesign of the deep roads. Fortunately, development of the largest shaft will continue, or you would have faced additional fines. Claims that the stone is directing your actions suggest that not only are you ignorant of pre-planning procedure, you and your group may also be in the early stages of lyrium poisoning. You are in breach of Orzammar mining code, and hereby forfeit all claims made during your unapproved activities. The Assembly expects your response within 30 days, or your house, as well as those of your team, will face additional censure. Notice of Assembly censure. Here's your response. Take a long breath from a short shaft. B. Addendum by Brunar, founding fellow Crosscut Drifters. See who's back then.
Don't look now, but... well, look now. As you say.
Stab, stab, stab.
Shall be done. Don't give them the advantage. I shall do it.
There's only two things a noble will step aside for, paragons and angry brontos. This hulking beast was originally bred by the dwarven shaperid as a beast of burden and food source, the rough equivalent to surface oxen and cows. Some versions of Bronto have even been developed as dwarven mounts, valued far more for their sure-footedness and stamina than for their speed. While present within Orzammar in large numbers, some Brontos still exist in packs within the deep roads, called state after the fall of the dwarven kingdoms. They require remarkably little sustenance, consuming organic material from water, fungus, and even rocks, hence the rock liquor appellation, used by many dwarves to describe Bronto, and exist in primarily dormant states until provoked. An angry, charging Bronto is considered to be a rather dangerous opponent.
We must.
Oh, we took care of him. We already did. Time to get rid of some stuff. Ogren. Get some more drinks.
That looks fine indeed. That looks fine indeed.
You're welcome. Oh, you don't have a thingy. There we go.
There's more fiends ahead.
Where are you running off to? Sing praises to the stone, may her arms be ever open to us.
How many of these things must we wade through?
Ooh, that was close. Owie.
Coming trap. Coming trap.
Don't touch the trap. Lots of dark spawn here. You guys got it?
Shall be done. Up there. Coming trap.
Don't touch the trap.
Hey, watch it! Shall be done.
Man, these just keep going. Okay, you guys go take care of him. I'm gonna go back here and start looting. Small wooden totem with figures of demons and other strange beasts carved into it.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
What? Oh, sorry. I thought that's what you liked. We found trouble all right. Rogan's lyrium vein led right to the flank of a darkspawn horde. From the look of their kit, the spawn were a week, maybe less from breakthrough into the blasted new highway under Orzammar, and they'd be well behind any patrols. The stone knew. She knew, and she drew her chosen with a promise of ore we could taste in our bones. If all goes well, losing this cavern will kill the darkspawn's taste for digging, and Orzammar will never know it was at risk. Will be a distant tremor, a ripple in the royal fountain. The charges are laid. We know it will work, and we know the cost. The stone has shown us the way home. From the Journal of Brunar, founding fellow crosscut drifters. Okay, let's check this way. Peekaboo.
Very well.
Here comes some beasties for us to play.
Here they are. Come on. There we go. I want to say this connects to the upper part.
What manner of beast is this? I shall do it.
Deepstalkers, we've been fighting a whole bunch lately.
I shall do it. You will switch.
Good work, guys.
That's it.
There's more. Head in a bag. The body rendered to its separate parts, spread wide such that no life is witnessed, no heartbeat detected. In this way, the beast can remain for an age, as knowledge passes and pursuers live out their lives. I was wrong. Not Elvin. Hunters didn't kill it. It allowed this? Keep the pieces apart, I guess. Away from the heart.
What manner of beast is this?
Deepstalkers, you've been fighting them, Aedan.
More the fool's say!
They'll avoid us if they know what's good for them.
Well, obviously they don't. I'm just gonna follow this path and make sure it connects up to the road. 'Cause I think it does. Yep, it does. So let's see what's down this way.
What? Now.
Can't go that way. Tombstone. The blessing of the Shaper is given only to those who walk with the stone. It is a path that cuts deep, and the road is far from secure. But those who desire to work in memory must first honor it. Document the stone, protect her, and present a new history to the memories. Only then will the blessing of the Shaper be upon you. Orzammar has carved a legacy from the stone, but history is more than the comings and goings that fill the streets. These caverns are old cuts and well-traveled. The true will of the stone is revealed far from the halls of politics and commerce. The Shaper must step away from the familiar, and seek out revelations from the frontier or buried secrets from paths abandoned. The Shaper must first walk away if he is to return. Far from abandoned, the deep roads are patrolled by those who fight for Orzammar and the stone. These defenders have seen great and tragic events unfold, but they are committed to the moment, not the memory. It is the Shaper's burden to walk this path with a mind to observation. He will fight if pressed. Every dwarf owes that to the stone. But his purpose is to record, not create. Although dark and deep, the old paths are alive with deeds. Only the dedication of the Shaper can ensure they are not lost to the memories. Oh, this way. Okay, so I guess we can now go down this way. How did I miss you? What do we got down here? Those who return to Orzammar's embrace be sheltered. It looks like the words on this plaque have been charged several times. The translation reads, Caridan Aedan died to lay these stones. Ooh, another phylactery.
Right then. If we must fight, let us do it quickly.
Holding our own pretty well. Let's go, heavy hitters.
Really injured here? Just so you know.
You're fine. This realm denies you, abomination, for taking our dearest. We are united against your kind and bind you by your true name. Argrith Masad, revenant and perversion of a treasured mother. No more shall fall. No more shall need to stand. Andraste hold you, demon, and bind your rage for eternity.
I am told that it lost a large number of comrades in the battle with the Darkspawn.
Me? I guess I did, yes. I didn't know all of them that well, however. Mostly just Duncan.
I'm unfamiliar with this name.
It's not important. You don't need to know who he was.
I cannot remember if I ever had anyone important to me. All I remember is being given orders.
I would gladly be following Duncan's orders right now, if I could.
It enjoys following others. I find that odd.
You wouldn't understand. Don't worry, I don't expect you to.
That sounded a little harsh, Alistair.
Right way out. Horton Tig. You won't be long now.
Is there anything down here? See what's down this way.
It's a trap. As you said. Quickly, we must
Good work, guys. You found the grisly remains of some kind of fade beast, one that may have intentionally dismembered itself. Comparing the notes suggests the carving was done in the deep roads near Caridan's cross. Body rendered to its separate parts, spread wide such that no life is witnessed, no heartbeat detected. In this way, the beast can remain for might not be elven, maybe human. Doesn't matter. We'd still follow directions. Torso first. Simple enough. This magic stuff doesn't seem to be complicated. No job for a warrior. First hole gets the bag. Was there a path up there?
Death to all pigeons!
There are no pigeons down here, Shale. Although if you want to consider these things pigeons, go ahead.
Now you fall! For the Grey Warden! Let's be wary!
Stab, stab, stab. Way to go, everybody.
What manner of beast is this?
I know what's good for you.
Deepstalkers, Aedan. How do you keep forgetting?
I shall do it. Your head has begun. Let's have
Oh, we got the matriarch. Eesh. Ooh, what's this? Fools and renegades, the lot of them. We accept that there is a time for ordered and educated treasure hunting, but not when a foundation remains to be cut. What fortunes have they made? What houses have they elevated? The minor veins they have traced here have satisfied neither this assembly nor their own gambler's thirst. Their actions can only grow more erratic and undisciplined, and while no incident had been reported, they will eventually undermine the stability of a major passage. It is the opinion of this assembly that prospecting be restricted until we can be certain of the stability of the deep roads. These cross-cut drifters can find their fortune in a trade. Let animals burrow wherever their nose points them. Dwarves are meant to be to excavate by careful decrees. The tale of the crosscut drifters has revealed the location of an old cache in Caridan's cross.
It has begun.
Okay then. That is everything here, right? Yeah, so we gotta go back. We gotta go back this way. Here we go.
Even more
Whoa! Okay, that literally took me by a little bit by surprise there. I did not expect that.
How many of these things must we wade through?
It shall be done.
Big ogre.
It has begun.
Ugh.
Very well. It's lost. As you say. It has begun. Very well. It shall be done. Give them the advantage. I need healing.
You're okay. Can you loot him, please? Thank you. Here's their cash. Thorn of the Dead Gods. Stagger. Ring of the Warrior. In the moment that it struck, the blade of the Grey Warden who killed the Toth, Archdemon of Fire, shattered into 3 pieces. After the Battle of Hunterfell, the Wardens carried their fallen brother to Weishout for a hero's burial, but the broken pieces of his sword were left behind. For years the shards lay forgotten on the battlefield. Steel became etched with the corrupted blood of the dead god. They were eventually discovered by a Navaran woman searching among the bones for a sign of her lost son. She sold them to a blacksmith, not knowing what they truly were, for 10 bits. The smith, however, knew that he had purchased more than scrap metal, and fashioned the shards into 3 identical daggers, the thorns of the dead god. The thorns of the dead gods. They left his hands and were scattered to the far corners of the Thetis, but everywhere they went, the thorns left misery and loss in their wake. The woman who unearthed them died soon after of plague. The smith fell into his forge. Each person who has held one of the thorns, even briefly, has died an untimely death. I don't know if I want to have this then. Nope, nope, nope. There. There. Now let's see what's up this way.
The darkspawn of sentinels shall be done. As you said.
No real surprise.
Well.
Oh, shrieks. Great.
Very well.
Get him!
We must fight it. Let us do it quickly.
The fool has been following us for 3 days, but what can I do? I'm sure a city guard could lock him up for being a sodding idiot, but there's no law that says you can't seek your death in the trenches. There's no law down here at all. I said to his face that if he puts our patrol at risk, I'd split him myself, but he's quiet. I'll give him that. Topsiders usually assume the end of a blight erases the darkspawn from the world. Why does this one care that his victory just drives them back on our doorstep? It's one thing to face them up in the light. He'll cut his own shaft out of here once he fights them in the dark where they live. That or delirium will get him. From a Legion of the Dead field report by Lieutenant Gant.
I am done.
This just leads back here. Found the grisly remains of some kind of fade beast, one that might have intentionally dismembered itself. Comparing the notes suggests the carving was done in the deep road near Caridan's cross. Near Caridan's cross? I know how I missed that. Huh. We supposed to go this way then? Well, Agran, I haven't seen anything from Branka. Oh. Well, I know where that thunder thing is. Probably have to check the codex then. Well, we've been going for over an hour now, so I think I'm gonna quit once we get to Orton Tig.
By the tits of my ancestors, Orton Tig. I never thought I'd see this place in the flesh. I can see Branka all over this place. She always took chips from the walls at regular intervals when she was in a new tunnel. Checked their composition. If she was still here, though, she'd have sentries out by now.
What can you tell me about these ruins?
This was Caridan's home Tig. He was an Orton before he got raised to Paragon. Even stayed here when he could have had his own house. I guess he didn't want to move his people to Bunamar.
What's Bunamar?
The city of the dead. Caridan built it to honor the Legion of the Dead, but it was more like a sodding mausoleum than anything. Of course, that was all before he built the anvil. After that, he was the city's pet genius until he angered the king and fell into disfavor.
So there was a city here?
No, there was a Tig here. The Orton Tig. Bunamar is north and west of here. But that's not important. Or at least I hope it isn't. The City of the Dead is known as the Dead Trenches since the Darkspawn conquered it. Much of the Legion was destroyed when the fortress fell.
And you have no idea where this anvil is?
No one does. At the time, Orton Tig was almost part of the main city. No one bothered to mark where the anvil was stored. Now it's impossible to know if it's been moved or even destroyed. But trust me, if we find it, we find Branka.
What if Branka and everyone died?
Well, aren't you a sodding bright spot today? If everyone's dead, there'd be evidence of a major battle, wouldn't there? 300 or so dwarves don't just fade away.
Let's get
Couldn't have
going.
said it better myself.
Sorry, I just wanted to... Alistair, what are you doing all the way up ahead? Get back here. It's nice that you want to go explore, but we need to stick together. Oh, never mind. Sunder is up here. We got a lot of stuff in here. But we're gonna have to check all of that next time. So, till then, if you like this video, let me know in the comments. If you really liked it, press that cute little like button. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Luke Dog, and I'll see you next time.